Hey guys, how we doing? Back with another death battle video. We have Aang versus Edward Elric. I'm not very knowledgeable on Aang. I've not watched much Avatar: The Last Airbender, which makes me think that Aang's probably going to win this battle. But I'm all for Edward. I like Edward. He's a dude. Let's do this.
The elements make up every aspect of the world we live in, and no average person can tame them.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang,
Right.
the Avatar.
The
And
Airbender.
Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist.
Hell yeah.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Heart.
Captain Planet, there we go. They did it.
Once the four nations lived in harmony, and some of their
Class.
citizens could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all four, and
Right.
it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
And since there's always gotta be an avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Attempting to conquer the other three nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle.
Right.
Man, they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads, Aang was an energetic and dutiful 12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years.
Oh
What the hell?
no.
That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Yes.
Boomstick, he's 12.
Oh, that's cool.
But running away actually saved his life, as the Fire Nation knew the next Avatar would be an air nomad and slaughtered them all in a
Oh.
horrific surprise attack.
But the poor kid wouldn't be stuck in ice forever. He was eventually rescued by some new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements and save the world. And as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
That's cool.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid stone.
And he can fly. Whee!
Well, it's not exactly flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever, if
I
it
was
looks
just
like a
about
duck
to say
and sounds
that.
like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess, flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed,
That's cool.
improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his breath to use as an attack.
After he learned waterbending from Paku and Katara, Aang can make whips, knives, and literal tsunamis. Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure. Waterbenders can also
Cool.
manipulate steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the Wet, will use my powers to
The
swim
Wet.
through this frozen block.
You what?
Yep. Waterbending 101. You can be jealous.
Oh wow, I'm just bursting with envy.
Bending powers, activate! Ha! Success!
Like airbending,
Okay.
waterbending requires a nearby source of water to use, like a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph.
Damn.
Earthbending is all about throwing rocks at people, and a bunch of other cool stuff, like making walls and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up.
Was that the blind
Which is
one? I'm
kinda
sure one of them was
creepy, actually.
blind.
Last but certainly not least, Aang learned the art
Fire.
of firebending from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to
Oh,
use
the
at will.
elements don't need to be there.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all, shooting lightning.
Well,
What?
only the most advanced firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his
Oh,
body.
wow.
But even after learning the four elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy.
What?
The purest form of bending.
It's super dangerous though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar State.
In the Avatar State, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely powerful.
Okay,
This is because
I'm
the
starting to
Avatar
think
State
maybe
lets
Ed
Aang
might
draw upon the power and
struggle here.
wisdom of all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar State ends the cycle of reincarnation
Oh no.
permanently.
Why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever. The coolest thing about the Avatar State is it makes you glow. Like this. Behold!
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the doctor.
Yes.
Like right now.
My liver's processed way worse than this.
Well, with or without the
Fair
Avatar
enough.
State, Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to move gigantic stone columns and even carve canyons around an entire city.
Jesus.
Not only has he survived hits from earthbending kings and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh 9,500
Oh my
tons.
god.
Aang's super fast too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man!
Yeah.
And he's proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire Lord himself. Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
Jesus
He
Christ.
is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a peaceful future. To him, bending is elementary.
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
Yes.
Alchemists of old once tried to turn lead into gold with not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible by using the Earth's natural energy to reshape the molecular structure of various objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation,
Transmutation circle, yes.
which most alchemists use, except for the youthful prodigy, Edward
And they're
Elric.
always able to draw them
what a
so
little
perfectly.
badass.
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Yes.
Hey, if I lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother Alphonse figured they could bring her back with alchemy. So they
And
went
they
for it,
failed.
but things went south real fast. You know how people say they'd give an arm and a leg for something?
Yep, they
well,
literally
Ed
did.
literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor, but still, yikes.
This
Yeah.
horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He
Yeah.
just has to clap instead. So, worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and Alphonse began their quest to restore their bodies. Specifically, they sought the incredible power of a Philosopher's Stone, believing it to be their only chance. Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Fullmetal Alchemist.
Hell
What?
yeah.
Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay. Until he isn't.
Spoilers! Also, since Ed lost a couple limbs, he got them replaced with automail. Kinda like my leg.
Winry.
Automail is made from incredibly durable metal, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones.
And he's able
He
to
can
manipulate
even
them
reshape
and
his
change
arm
it.
as a
Yeah,
weapon.
so cool.
So we can turn it into swords and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup, or turn it into an umbrella. Ah, truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent
exchange. Yeah.
Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value, and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are 3 principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what
You
the
need
thing
to
you're
know
using
what
is
it is
made
you're
of.
doing.
construction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of my guns. Anyway, Ed's also learned
This is gonna be an
destruction
interesting
alchemy,
battle, this.
which does exactly what you think it does. Make a big ol' kaboom. Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads.
Yes, Scar, man.
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha! Or you could just do that.
Anyway, with all of his abilities, Ed has done some incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera. It was totally fine.
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
Damn.
He's created a gigantic cannon and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an approximate energy output. With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
Fair enough. It
How's
came out
that for
okay.
equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Even apart from being tough, Ed has shown considerable strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average
Jesus,
human's
there we
thumb,
go.
and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone, because it turns out those things are really, really messed up.
Yes.
Right.
They are.
Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of TNT.
That's big.
However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls. So Ed and Al vow to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home. Together.
And now, time for death battle.
Alright, the combatants are
Yes.
set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, thanks to Blue Apron, I've become a food vendor.
Alright.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
Little! Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Okay, here we go.
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Okay. Come on, Ed. Kick his ass. That's class.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and,
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha. Ah! Oh, no! I'm sorry!
Amazing.
A classic misdirection. That's advantage Elric! Ha!
Oh no. Cool.
How's this for small?
Oh, he'll just break it in half, right? Oh, we'll blast through it. Cool.
What kind of alchemy is that?
Okay, no more clappy magic.
Oh, damn.
No, my cabbages!
Oh no.
I won't lose you again.
There you are.
Nice try, Shorty!
Oh, damn.
Whew. Can't believe that worked.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
This ends now.
Oh, okay, it's kind of screwed here now, I think. Oh, no.
At least I'm taller than you.
You left me no choice.
Yeah, I kind of thought
Looks
that's where it was
like Ed
going.
didn't have a leg to stand on. Or arm, I guess.
Ed may have been more quick-witted and inventive, and he certainly had more combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion that destroyed most of a 10-story building. By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Yudao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost 160 kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm, and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimbley's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT? That's almost identical to Aang's feat.
Oh, right.
And theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he out-missed the mark.
The winner, Avatar Aang. Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down
They
below.
always put a preview
And
at
if
the
you'd
end,
like to
don't
see some more
they?
battle and death, make sure to click the link over there.
What we got?
That's right.
Ghost Rider. Oh my god, no. Versus Lobo. Jesus. So there we have it. Yeah, I kind of feeling Aang was going to win that one as he was going through all the different things he could do. It was just like, oh my god. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so there we have it. Thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I watch to discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys. Next time.